Capricorn, this is your weekly tarot card reading and astrology summary from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Please apply all the energies that I described exactly how they resonate in your life. This is your reading. So if I describe it in one way, but it applies to another area of your life, that's the way it's supposed to apply. Apply it there. You might also want to check out your moon sign reading and your rising sign video, because a lot of times you'll relate more to them than you will your sun sign video, assuming this is your sun sign. We got one card out. There's always an extended reading, and I hope you guys will join me for that, where we dig deeper and go further. So please do click on that link down below in the description box, or I will pin it to the top of this video here toward the end of the video, so you can just click right on it and go right to it. I hope to see you there. If you love these readings, I do 12 every single week, so subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when your favorite content is uploaded. The schedule of release is down below in the description box as well. If you're curious about any of the decks that I use or my website to book personal readings, those links are down below in the description box. Lots of goodies down below in the description box, so check that out. And I also have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation, where I go live Monday through Friday. I do live chat. I'll do a general tarot card reading and astrology overview for the day. So I'd love to see you guys there. My name is Michelle, for anybody who doesn't know. And for those of you who are returning, God bless you. And thank you so much for how much you contribute to my purpose and my channel. I got the Knight of Wands in front of me. First card out and only card out, and I'm wondering how that relates to the astrology. So let's dig in. Capricorn, Pluto threes. So that is 28 degrees. Your natal sun is 28 degrees Capricorn, or it's about 25 degrees or up to 30 degrees. So either way, this is conjunct your natal sun, which means you're going through a lot of changes in your life. And since Pluto is sitting there for a long time and will be for, I think it's up until, what is it, April, May, when Pluto finally goes to Aquarius, and then it'll retrograde back for a while. Let me just say, there's major changes that are happening in your life, and these are changes where you'll feel yourself change. Pluto changes are alchemical changes. They're changes to who you are, even changes that can be so big that you can completely contradict what was set up in your natal chart, because this is your sort of metamorphosis. So this will have an impact on you for years to come, because Pluto's energy will remain and stay, because those people that were experiencing this in the beginning of Capricorn, which was years ago, their lives have already changed, and they've changed big time. It takes about 7 years for you to really experience the changes. So just know that you are not alone, and maybe call up some early in the season Capricorn friends, so you could say, like, how did you handle this? How did you do this? For those of you who are Capricorn 2s or Capricorns with your birthday natal sun in the middle of Capricorn, the Mercury right now is going to be conjunct your natal sun. That means cleverness. That means real easy thoughts, like intellect. This is a great time for you guys to take tests. This is a great time for you guys to make speeches or make presentations. This is a great time for you to double down on anything that is intellectual or communication, because you will be successful at it. You're just going to sort of be a natural at it. People will want to listen to you. Now, for all of y'all, Saturn is going to be conjunct to Venus this week, and until Venus passes into Pisces, where it's just going to get too far away to really be a strong conjunction. But for the early days of this week, Venus is conjunct Saturn, which means there's gravitas to what you say, and people, you're appealing, but at the same time people take you seriously. You're looking good, but people will take you seriously. You will have authority as well as appeal to your presence and your nature. Because it's a conjunction, it's neither good nor bad. It's just a double up of the energy. So what does that mean? Is it good or bad? It just depends on how it plays out. Because somebody taking you more seriously could really mess you up too, right? If maybe you were just joking, or you weren't certain, or you weren't sure, but people thought that you were, Bottom line is that could blow up in your face. Just know that you will have more sort of gravitas and authority, and people will listen to you more. And so speak with a sense of responsibility and maturity so that you only put your attention and energy into what really is actually important to you, and then it'll always work out for the better because you will be taken seriously. You'll make a permanent impression on somebody. That can be a very, very good one. Okay. I wanted to say this. Chiron is semi-square to the conjunction between Saturn and Venus. So there is a sense of learning from pain or not really feeling good enough about yourself. So there is more of a negative or hurtful connotation than a positive one. So you might have to work extra hard to not let that past or whatever has happened to harm you or hurt you or make you feel bad about yourself, make you overreact or try too hard. Hold on. It could also relate to pain and suffering caused by contracts or commitments, any long-term promises that are being now bought up, or somebody's trying to cash in on them. Oh, but you promised, or oh, we had this contract. So FYI, please be very aware of that. It could also be a time that because you've experienced pain and because you have been treated shitty in the past, now you're asking people to sign contracts, or you take yourself more seriously this time around and you're like, nope, not going to do this unless you sign, unless you actually commit, in which case that's pretty awesome. Knight of Wands. So this is taking action on something, moving towards something, also being very randy. Randy as in, yeah, horny. I'm just going to say it. It is that kind of energy, that kind of, college age energy of I'm just going to jump into this. This could also be somebody that you know, or somebody in your life, son, daughter, lover, usually somebody who's younger unless you're between the ages of 15 and 25, in which case this is that person. This is a person who is spontaneous, a little bit not unpredictable. Actually, the Knight of Wands is very predictable because this is a person who is so clear on their passion that you know that they're going to move forward in that direction. Their passion is their purpose, and that's how they live their life, which means they could leave hearts broken in their wake. But this could also be your mentality right now, suddenly clear and confident enough. There's plenty of conjunctions, aspects that are encouraging your confidence right now. So this would be maybe when you're taking action on something. We have so much to go. What are we taking action on if we're Capricorns? A house or a big financial investment, something that you have wanted or that was important to you for quite some time. You finally have the nerve to go for it. Just go for it. This could be coming through the internet. You could be reaching out to somebody to find out more information, or you could be collecting information. Let's review the cards. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So Capricorn, this is something of high value, of high ticket value. It's something that maybe costs a lot or you invested a lot in, but that's okay. It's like you finally have the courage to go for it, to do it. Or that something is actually more or valued more than what you thought it would be. This is really beautiful energy. It's like you will have the courage and the capability to be able to move forward with something and maybe invest. That's what I first saw. An investment in something that you've been dreaming of, that you've aspired to for quite some time. Do it. It's the time to move forward. There could be a little bit of promises involved, like contracts that have to be signed, or, commit this, or maybe signing on the dotted line. But this would be the time to do it. All the cards are upright, and it's saying, yeah, if the universe is pushing you in that way, this is actually a really nice time to do it. Mercury is out of retrograde. Mars is out of retrograde. You have the supportive conjunction between Venus and Saturn and the semi-square to Chiron, which will just remind you of the mistakes that you don't want to make again. And especially for Capricorns that were born in the middle of Capricorns, Capricorn 2s is what I'm calling you. Yeah, your mind will be real sharp, and so will your words. So for most of you, this is good stuff, and it is definitely the cards telling you the time is right. The time is right to sign. The time is right because your mind is right, because your mind is clear. We got more cards on the table. There's a Tower, so we have to clarify the Tower. Hold on. And we have a hidden card. What could that be? Hidden card is, for me, cards that come out face down. So I don't necessarily know their energy as soon as I see it. But I had a lot of cards fall out. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so this has something to do with partnership. There could be somebody shocking you and walking away, or shocking you and making a decision that I don't want to be around this anymore. I don't feel like putting any effort or energy into doing this anymore. This could be a legal decision that's happening with regards to companionship, or somebody that you're with, a spouse, somebody that you've met. It's all partnership. There's some sort of heavy burden here. I don't know if it's been weighing on you, or somebody's been doing more work than the other. There's just a lot of responsibility that somebody's been taking on. And it seems like somebody is done. Somebody is finished. Somebody doesn't want to keep going or keep doing this. And that would really shock you, because you've already made the investments. You've already made so much, or planned so much. But then there could be a legal caveat, like something more that you have to do that is just a chink in the chain. I want to see what this Tower is, but let's get what the hidden card is. King of Swords. So not too long from now, you're waiting for somebody to make a decision. You're waiting for somebody to either their guidance, but I think this is a judge making a decision. Now, the judge is upright, and it's coming out a little bit in the future, coming out over here in the future. So what does that mean to me? It means that even if you need a little bit of time to watch somebody's behavior or look at the things that are going on, use this week to get really clear, because by the end of the week, there will be a sense of you need to decide. Somebody needs to make a decision, and the decision will be sort of easy at that point, because you've already explored all the possibilities or seen this happening. It'll be very clear, very concise. The decision will be made. Those of you who are actually waiting on a decision, oh, it's coming. It's coming, and it's going to be concise, and it's going to be clear. But I first want to know, can you clarify this Tower? What is this Tower? It could be walking away from a commitment. What is this Tower? It's something that you fought very long and hard for, but there's a surprise that comes up. You actually didn't have as much information as you thought you did. And then the Star card comes out again. This is telling me it's in Aquarius. Something happening Aquarius, maybe with an Aquarius, or to be fair. Okay, so this is about leveling things out and balancing things out, something that is fair and that maybe you don't think is fair. So you're speaking up about it. Yeah, and that's the Tower. The Tower could be the shock, or something comes down, it crumbles, and or it may be because it has to. Something crumbled because it wasn't fair. It wasn't distributing things evenly or correctly, and maybe you had something to do with this. So this could actually be a big win for you if you had been fighting or struggling against something that you considered to be an injustice, or something that wasn't right toward you, or toward something or someone that you care about. This is a decision that's going to be made. I think you've worked really hard on this decision. You've been working really hard, and you've been really dedicated to this. Wow. You're not going to have to work much longer or much harder. Capricorn, you've been thinking of moving. Somebody's been thinking of moving in a different direction, or wanting something different, but they kept it secret. The Moon card is here. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Now, this could just be about changing locations or wanting something different or wanting maybe to move, right? Move. I don't know what you guys are moving for, but this is definitely longing for something, or even thinking about it, and taking that next step. But I don't think it's been discussed. And this is the conflict with Neptune right now, the sense of fogginess that's here. And that's why it's such a tower, like there's such a shock here. Why is this moon card here? Why is this moon card here? There's an opportunity that maybe it's opportunity, money. Somebody's trying to keep some money separate or secret. Somebody was trying to keep some money separate or secret. I don't know. You let me know in the comments below. I love to know how this energy is playing out in your life. But somebody's definitely kept it, or an opportunity. Somebody hasn't told you that that there's an opportunity that's sitting there waiting for them. Maybe they're trying to do it on the sly, or they're just not ready to approach you about it. That's really interesting. The King of Swords is here. I just think that somebody's very conflicted, especially with regards to how things are distributed. And they haven't necessarily been on the up and up, because I guess they've been trying to like make it work without having to confront it straightforward. But money is an issue, and so you need to confront this. I would say just be straightforward with somebody about it. What is this? 2 star cards are here. It's almost like living up to somebody's expectations or living up to somebody's dreams. You know, what they thought. They could have, wanted to let you think that everything was okay because they knew how much it meant to you. But at the same time, now somebody's working on the sly. This could also indicate time. So we have a full moon coming up in about 2 weeks, in which case that's when the decision will be made, and that's when sort of the investment has to be made by. So if it's about contracts or commitments, it will be by the full moon that's coming up in 2 weeks. So you got 2 weeks before you're going to have to hand over the money or show me the receipts. 2 weeks. Which could have been the shock to you. This sense of you thought things were lightening up, but it's going to be for another 2 weeks that you have to like push or grind and work toward that, because the moon could absolutely indicate time, and that's what it's here for. Let's pull a moon card, shall we? Because I want to know what's coming of this. What's the decision that has to be made? Okay, stop. The end of a tough cycle approaches. This is full moon. It's not in Capricorn. It's going to be a full moon in Leo, but it's the full moon. Full moon in Capricorn happens during Cancer season. That's months from now. I'm not sure that it's months from now, or something is happening now, and the cards are revealing that something is happening now that won't be revealed, or that won't really be finished and made official until the Capricorn full moon in Cancer season. So this could go on for a while. But really, I think then in that case, what the cards are saying is you just have to push on. I know it's going to be harder for you because you want to just walk away from this. It's like go along with your life as if nothing is happening, even though you know something is sort of on the horizon. The good news is your hard work. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So there is a conclusion here. Okay, let's get some details, shall we? Capricorn, let's get the details. The Empress is here. That means you become very successful, or that there's definitely a lot of success or stability here, and a great deal of money and abundance. Okay. This could also be something to do with a mother figure. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Sort of being able to figure things out that were not clear, because the moon can indicate not necessarily something that's intentionally hidden. It's just something that is kind of foggy and something that isn't clear, or there's a lot of emotions that have been built up. Maybe somebody was wanting to walk away from something just to avoid it, so they could avoid confronting this. But overall, what is this why the Eight of Cups? It's almost like somebody told somebody something, like they were having cold feet, or they really wanted to walk away, or they were thinking about it. And Pisces, Capricorn. Hold on. That's very creative energy and enterprising energy. Hold on. Okay, what is going on? So we have the World card here. An end of a cycle, that says it. The end of a tough cycle. You've finished. So finishing up something creative, something that was, and Seven of Pentacles. I don't know. Something that you were building and trying to create. Could even be school in some ways. Almost like, you know, finishing up something that you had put a lot of energy and effort into, but you don't know what to do with yourself now. The end of a tough cycle approaches. That's relating to, it's like something you were creating. The King of Wands is here. This is the energy of being, of creating, of just taking creativity by the balls and manifesting it and making it real. But the Seven of Pentacles could have been you were turning your wheels, or if you're dealing with a King of Wands, there's a sense of maybe somebody was turning their wheels and undecided about something, and now they are very clear, and they are finally ready to be very clear. Now what the decision is, it could be personal. For some of you it could be, yeah, I don't like this shadiness, I don't want a part of this. Or it could be everything is resolved, it's okay. Whatever it is, there's a sense of something has been spinning for a while, but now it's contracted, decided, officialized, and you'll be able to move on with certainty. Not necessarily move on as in the work is done. I don't think that's done for at least the next 2 weeks. Let's get clarity. This is very specific. Let's get clarity. I'll see you guys in the extended.